Yo, what is up, all you Stone Cold Superfly, Illmatic Fish Keeping Fucking Dallas? You watching Aqua Funk Aquatics with me, Aqua Funk. And if you have watched my channel for any length of time, especially here just recently, you've noticed I've been spending a lot of time here in front of my 255s. You've been noticing the 255s. You almost definitely noticed an aquarium over there that I have never talked about, almost acted like it didn't exist. And there's a good reason why. That's where I kept my two beautiful yellow convict cichlids. It was a pair of them, in fact. And as you can see, the tank is looking sad and empty now. I'm going to talk about why the tank is looking sad and empty now. I'm going to talk about how I narrowly avoided a tragedy. I'm going to talk about all the good things that came out of this almost horrific, just nasty, just whole disaster, just mayhem, water everywhere, terrible, terrible events. All right, so look. Before we go any further, do me a favor. Hit that notification bell and that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And leave a comment. I love your comments. And share. This channel will not grow unless you guys help out. Just slide your little thumb up and hit that subscribe button. Slide it over the side. Hit the notification bell. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think about these beautiful fish. Tell me what you think about the story I'm about to tell you. Tell me what you think about me. Good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. So thank you in advance. All right. So before we get started, let me talk about this. The yellow convict cichlid. It's not a convict per se, like the convicts that you see with the yellow lines. It's in the same family. It is a cichlid, and it is in the same family of the convicts. I'm gonna put the name of its exact name right here, so they can breed with convicts. But I'm kind of urge you against it, and I'm gonna tell you why. They are a C.A.R.E.S fish, so they are. I don't know the exact level of endangered, but they're a fish that we definitely need to keep around and help because their numbers are not what they should be. So C.A.R.E.S is an organization. You can look it up. I think it's CARES.org. You can look them up for yourself and get the information, but we need to hobbyists, me and you, if we have the ability, we have a pair, we need to go ahead and breed these guys so that we get their numbers up to what they should be, because they're not there right now. And that's why I'm urging you not to hybridize this fish after they get off the list or whatever, and their numbers are what they should be, and they're not in risk of disappearing. Hey, whatever, you know what I mean? But as of right now, I urge you, if you have these fish, get their own setup, separate them, and try and get them to breed, okay? That being said, let's talk about these fish. The yellow convict cichlid, I'm going to put the name of it right here if I didn't do it already. They are a cichlid, okay? They grow to about, I don't know, let's say 3 to 5 inches. 3 inches for the female, 5 inches for a big old male. They are semi-aggressive. The best way to tell the males and females apart is the female has an eye spot on its dorsal fin. That's, the fin on top. It's a black spot at the base in the center of the dorsal fin, maybe a little blue trim around it, and that'll be the female. Probably be smaller, but in my particular case with these guys, they're both the same size. They're from Central America, and they're omnivorous, so it means they pretty much will eat a wide variety of foods, from plants and veggies to meat. But because they are a cichlid, you want to kind of steer them more to the meaty side, tank size. Now, here's the thing. Usually when people ask me about tank size, I go off the size of the fish, and a fish that tops out at about 5 inches, yeah, I'd put them in a 20-gallon. You know what I mean? I'd put them in a 20-gallon. But here's the thing. I wouldn't put a whole lot. They would be by themselves in a 20-gallon. Now, because they are C.A.R.E.S fish, we really want them to procreate. So, honestly, how about, a 40 breeder? And really try and get them to breed. So, right now I have them in a 10-gallon. I'm going to tell you why I have them in a 10-gallon after I get through all the specifics and all that. Tank decor. Tank decor is funny because they actually like plants in their tank. They do. But where they come from, it's kind of barren and rocky. So it's kind of weird that way. But yeah, put some plants in the tank. I mean, it's just working out good for hobbyists. even though they come from a barren, rocky type of water. I know it's worked for me. What else I can talk about? Temperature. They're being the cichlids. You want them in the mid 70s to low 80s. And as far as breeding goes, for you guys that have these fish and want them to breed, you want to go ahead and give them a heavy diet of live frozen, whether it be bloodworms or brine shrimp, and put some flat rocks in there. I put these kind of curvy rocks in there, but you want to put flat rocks in there because they breed on flat rocks. And as far as temperature, you want to make sure their water is nice and clean. So you want to change their water pretty frequently, at least twice a week. And this is all because you want to get them to breed, right? So heavy, meaty, fresh diet, fresh, clean water, temperature, let's call it 80 degrees. And when you change the water, let the water be about room temperature, because that cooler water a lot of times is what kind of, gets the juices flowing. You know what I mean? A little cool water. But cool water changes twice a week. So that's the specifics on these guys. Now let's talk about what happened to that tank out there that these fish are no longer in. Oh, by the way, let me tell you real fast before I get into the story. One of the striking things about this fish is their yellow coloration, and they have a ice blue ring around their eyes on some of them. So it's a beautiful fish. I'm glad you have. If you're looking at this video, it's because you have them or you want to get them. And either way, I applaud you. Now let's talk about what happened to this 20-gallon out there. For the longest, that 20-gallon has housed this male and female yellow convict cichlid, and they never showed their face. They hid the entire time, and I was just waiting for them to be comfortable enough to come out so that I could film and talk about them. Never did. I was doing a water change, and during the course of filling the water, I kept hearing. I looked around. I'm trying to figure out where that noise could come from. I walked away and I heard. I kept hearing this noise. I looked at the tank and I noticed at the shelf had a gap in it this big. Now it doesn't. Now with the water removed, the gap has closed. But I was like, oh my god! Like it was tilted. You can see all the water kind of moving towards the front of the tank. So I flipped out. I went ran, got my hose, started sucking out the water. This tank had 2 betas in it and some tetras and a gourami. I don't want to talk about it right now. All I say about this tank and those betas, because some of y'all gonna be asking about it. Now that's fair. I really like that female beta. I never really liked the beta. Betas. I mean, betas were cool. They were cool. But the female dragon beta I had in there is the only beta I ever had that I actually had like an attachment to. And I had a heater malfunction. So I don't film stuff like that because when it happens, the thought of filming just doesn't occur to me. You know what I mean? And then it's after the fact, and pretty much all I'm doing is telling you what happened without no pictures, or because I didn't take pictures while I'm scrambling, trying to get these betas out of this hot water. So I don't have nothing to show you. I don't really do a video, but heater malfunctions suck because there's nothing you can do about them, and you can't really predict when they're gonna happen. This is the second time I've lost fish that I really liked to heater. I've never lost fish to a heater malfunction that didn't it's cool fish, it's whatever. Twice it's happened, and it's happened to fish that I really cared about. So I'm a little irritated about it, but the tank was empty. So I rushed. I got all the rocks. I got the plants, whatever plants. I got all that stuff out of there, and I put it in this 10-gallon. Now check this out. I put those fish in this 10-gallon, and because it was like a quick thing, because I didn't have a heater in there, because the damn thing broke. The water was still cycling, but there was no heater, right? So the water was at room temperature. So as soon as I took them out of there and I put them in my little specimen cup and I put them in here, I put a new heater in, but I never put a heater in and turn it on right away. I always let it sit for an hour. That temperature change, I guess, got them going because they had fry. And I didn't know. It was totally unexpected. They had fry. Now, normally they have fry, I heard it's like 100 to 200 eggs. So, obviously, I had to hang on the back filter. So, as you can see in this video, there's only a couple of fry left. I didn't expect it. So, I'm sure the next time I'll be prepared. This time I was not prepared. I just got them set up in here. I wasn't expecting them to do something, you know. Plus, they're real little. You know, usually the males are way bigger than the females. But next time I'm definitely going to be better prepared. I got to set up another tank and just let that just percolate for when the next time it happens. The female, he's got the female hiding in the corner over there. So I have to figure out to myself, should I take these little fry out of here and put them in a separate container? But I don't know how long they're going to last. I mean, I don't know if she was eating them. I don't know if they got sucked up by the hang on the back filter. At any rate, she's hiding to the point where she's not going to eat, and that's not a good thing. So I really have to figure out what to do for next time. Do I have to have 2 tanks set up, you know, or just take the female out and trying to catch that little female in this tank with these decor, and it was going to be a pain in the butt. So I got some decisions to make. Tell me what you guys think, man. What do you think I should do? Obviously, I need to get a bigger tank for them. I got 40, and in a couple months, I don't really want to move again. I don't, but our family has been doing well over the year, and not well. Like we haven't, you know, we ain't you know, moving on up to the east side or nothing like that, but we have the ability to spread our wings, and this apartment is not quite letting us do it, so we really have to make some serious decisions. I don't want to move again within a year, you know. This place was incredible for the time that we needed it, but I gotta make decisions, you know. Anyway, that's my time. And like always, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your fish.